Thunder's Jalen Williams fires back at Stephen A. Smith's inconsistent take. Jalen Williams has quickly become one of the brightest young stars in the NBA, and after helping deliver the Oklahoma City Thunder their first ever championship, he is no longer an under-the-radar prospect. Yet, with his rise has also come heightened scrutiny, most notably from ESPN analyst Stephen A. Smith, who criticized Williams for inconsistent play during the 2025 postseason. Williams, however, isn't shying away from the conversation. Instead, he fired back, pointing out that while the media thrives on criticism, he has the ultimate validation, an NBA championship ring. Building himself into a star. Drafted in 2022 as a versatile wing out of Santa Clara, Jalen Williams wasn't the flashiest rookie but quickly proved himself as one of the most polished young scorers in his class. His growth was steady, year after year, as he developed into the Thunder's secondary star alongside Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. By his third season, Williams was no longer just a promising role player, he was a legitimate two-way threat who could score, facilitate, and defend at a high level. That versatility proved essential in Oklahoma City's run to the 2025 NBA Finals, where they outlasted the Indiana Pacers in a grueling 7-game series to capture the franchise's first Larry O'Brien trophy. The criticism from Stephen A. Still, the path wasn't smooth. During the playoffs, Williams had stretches where his efficiency dipped, and he occasionally struggled to maintain consistency from game to game. Smith seized on those lapses, raising questions about whether Gilgeous-Alexander had enough reliable help around him to truly win it all. Williams clearly heard those comments, and he addressed them head-on during his appearance on the Out the Mud podcast with former NBA players Tony Allen and Zach Randolph. "That's the media. I'm never going to be perfect to anybody, and I'm not," Williams said. "Don't really need the league to give me flowers, I don't really care. I have a ring. I'm really cool with it. Even the Stephen A thing, it goes from his inconsistent to now we're the top one duo. I understand how it goes. I know how the game goes. There's gotta be something to talk about. It's like the news. The news is always negative." It was a level-headed response that reflected his growing maturity as both a player and a public figure. Rather than getting caught up in praise or criticism, Williams emphasized his focus on the game itself, something that has clearly helped him reach elite status so quickly. Backing up his words with numbers. Williams' numbers in 2025 speak volumes about his development. Across 69 regular season games, he averaged 21.6 points, 5.3 rebounds, 5.1 assists, and 1.6 steals per contest, while shooting an efficient 48.4% from the field, 36.5% from three-point range, and 78.9% at the free throw line. Those figures not only earned him his first All-Star selection but also spots on both the All-NBA and All-Defensive teams, rare honors for a player still early in his career. And when the lights were brightest, Williams delivered. During the playoffs, he maintained averages of 21.4 points, 5.5 rebounds, 4.8 assists, and 1.4 steals per game, proving himself as the reliable second option Oklahoma City desperately needed to support Gilgeous-Alexander's MVP-level dominance. Cementing his legacy early. For many NBA players, winning a championship is the culmination of a career. For Williams, it happened just 3 years in, setting the stage for what could become a special run in Oklahoma City. "I get to be in that. That's rare air. That's rare space," Williams said of joining the list of champions. "It's cool. I want to experience the whole part of the NBA. So, I don't really care what everybody else is talking about. I'm playing the games. So, it don't matter what else is really said or going on." That perspective may prove invaluable as the Thunder transition from up-and-coming to the team everyone wants to beat. The pressure will only increase next season, but Williams appears more than ready for it. A rising dynasty in Oklahoma City. The Thunder's championship wasn't a fluke. They posted a franchise record 68 wins in the 2024-25 regular season, boasting one of the NBA's best offenses and defenses. Their young core, headlined by Gilgeous-Alexander and Williams, is built for the long haul, with depth pieces like Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey, and others playing major roles. With the roster intact and their stars still on the rise, Oklahoma City could be at the beginning of something much larger, the birth of a dynasty. Williams' ability to keep growing as a consistent two-way force will be critical to sustaining that success. If he continues on this trajectory, he may not just be remembered as Gilgeous-Alexander's co-star but as one of the defining players of his generation. The bigger picture. Stephen A. Smith's critique may have struck a nerve, but in hindsight, it may also have fueled Williams to elevate his game when it mattered most. By the end of the finals, the same voices questioning his consistency were acknowledging him as part of the league's best duo. And in Williams' mind, that's just part of the cycle. There's always going to be something to talk about, he reminded Allen and Randolph. It's like the news. The news is always negative. For now, the conversation is shifting in his favor, not just as a response to criticism but as recognition of a young star who has already delivered the ultimate prize. As the Thunder look ahead to the 2025-26 season, one thing is clear: Jalen Williams doesn't need validation from pundits or analysts. His play and his ring speak for themselves.